Have mercy. I cannot say a word without first acknowledging the student speaker, both for his individual accomplishments and his eloquence. Good afternoon, Dr. Maloney, board members, distinguished faculty and staff, family and friends, special guests, and yes, the mighty warrior graduating class of 2019. Make some noise! Oh my goodness. First, let me say that it is an honor for me to be back home at El Camino. After all, this is where my college journey first began. Many years ago, graduates, I sat where you are sitting right now, wearing my cap and gown. And I felt that same sense of accomplishment that you have to be feeling right now, knowing that this day is finally here. As college graduates, you have achieved a milestone. I know it wasn't easy. Some of you had to overcome financial hardship and personal challenges to get here, but you made it. For those of you who are first-generation college graduates, your achievement is even more significant. Yeah, I hear you. It is not overextending my words to say that your success has permanently altered your family's DNA by empowering future generations with the unshakable belief that they too now are capable of greatness. I am not going to bore you today with a long drawn-out speech, graduates. I just want to ask all of you one simple question. What are you doing here? Now just let that marinate for a moment. But I want you to think about it seriously. In 1969, a survey of incoming college freshmen revealed that the main reason students were going to college back then was to expand their knowledge. Think about that, 1969, decade of movements. They were concerned with expanding their knowledge. In 1999, the reason most students gave for going to college was to get a higher paying job and make more money. I see some of you agree with that. Well, it makes sense. Statistics show that college graduates earn over $17,000 more per year and $1 million more over a lifetime in earnings than high school graduates. So if any of you here are motivated by coming to college to gain more money, that's probably going to happen. But is that really why you're here? Mark Twain said the two most important days in your life are the day that you are born and the day that you find out why. I believe all of you here have a purpose, that we all have what the French call a raison d'être en vie, a reason for being alive. And finding that reason, graduates, is the most important part of your life's journey. Now, I learned that lesson as a child watching my mother. As you heard, my mother never finished high school. She had to work as a maid to help feed her 7 children. She knew that without an education, she might spend the rest of her life on her knees. And she didn't want that. She wanted to become a nurse, but that wasn't possible without education. So she went back to school at night while raising a family of 7 children. Listen, and earned her high school diploma, but she didn't stop there. Went on to LA Trade Tech College and earned an associate's degree in nursing. And went on, as you have heard, to serve persons as part of her patients as part of the cardiac arrest team at Kaiser Hospital for over 30 years. Going back to school was the best thing that could have ever happened to my mother. Education enabled her to get up off of her knees and create a better life for her family. Graduates, that's powerful. When we talk about purpose, education has power. But what's more powerful is that while she was studying to become a nurse, she discovered her life's purpose, which was caring for others. So after retiring, my mother became a licensed foster parent and has provided a home for over 50 foster children over the years, some of whom she has adopted into our family. What a woman. She used to tell us, her children, get a good education before you get old. For a good education is better than gold. Gold and silver will wash away, but a good education will never decay. Graduates, my mother is here with me today, and if you don't mind, I'd like to ask her to stand. That's my mama. When I graduated from high school, graduates, I dreamed of becoming a professional actor, but I didn't know how. I was afraid I wasn't college material. So I ran away and I joined the Marine Corps. Hoorah! Come on, Semper Fi. But destiny has a way of finding you. One day in boot camp, my drill instructor pulled me to the side and he said, "What are you doing here, Private Young?" He said, "You're not a soldier, so you're either running away from something or trying to find it. Which one is it?" Graduates, that moment changed my life. After the military, I enrolled at El Camino College to pursue my dream. I was on fire. It was here that I met Dr. Burnett Ferguson, my acting teacher, who helped to sharpen my acting skills and prepared me for a professional career in television and film, right here at El Camino. Then there was Dr. Nate Lilienthal and Carol Leak, my speech and debate coaches, who took this ambitious young man from South Central LA and molded him into the #1 college speaker in the nation. Right here at El Camino. And Carolyn Khalil can never forget my counselor, who inspired me to believe in myself and helped prepare me to transfer to USC. Some of you, like me, are here pursuing your dream. Some to learn a trade. Some of you will be transferring to 4-year colleges and universities to continue your studies. And some of you are just here because your mama threatened to kick you out of the house if you didn't get a job or go to college. I know. But it's okay. At least you're here. You see, I believe the greater reason for going to college is to help you find your purpose. Now, some of you may have already discovered it, while others are still searching. Well, one of the benefits of higher education is that it encourages you to question, to challenge, to find your purpose, no matter what your major or career path. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a preacher, but he celebrated because of his leadership in the human rights struggle. Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela were both lawyers, but they used their knowledge of law to fight for freedom and human dignity for all people. Malala Yousafzai won a Nobel Prize at the age of 17, not for being a student, but for her efforts to promote women's rights. Mother Teresa never went to college, but she became a saint for her life of service to the poor. LeBron James is more than a basketball player. He uses his financial resources to open schools for disadvantaged children. How about Bill Gates, the richest man in the world, co-founder of Microsoft? He is donating 95% of his wealth to charities around the world. And commencement speaker Robert F. Smith, who recently offered to pay off the student debt for the entire graduating class at Morehouse College. That's big. Now, in case you're wondering, I'm not going to pay off your debt. I just want to make sure we're clear on that. I brought my wallet, but just not enough in it. But I will leave you with some food of thought for thought, graduates. It's very simple. If you learn, teach. If you get, give. If you live, serve. There is no greater purpose in life than that, graduates. So if you plan to become a nurse or a doctor, do it for the same reasons that my mother did, to heal the sick, not to profit off of their misery. If you want to be a lawyer, use your knowledge to fight for a criminal justice system that is fair and just for all. If you want to be a politician, help us as a nation reestablish a government where people can agree to disagree, deliberate with civility, and vote with common sense. If you want to be a teacher here, teach your students how to think for themselves and inspire all of them to achieve greatness. And at the end of the day, graduates, the true measure and value of your college education will not be determined by a piece of paper hanging on a wall years from now. No, it will not be determined by where you went to school or how much money you have in the bank. No. The true value of your education will be determined by how much you use what you've learned to serve others, period. That is why you are here, graduates. You can make all the money you want. I ain't mad at you. But don't make money your goal. And one more thing. As you celebrate your victory today, just remember to take a moment to thank those who supported you throughout your journey, many of whom are here in this stadium today to share the moment with you. So when they call your name and you walk across this stage, stand tall and hold your head up high. And when you receive your diploma, remember that you are accepting a responsibility to those whose shoulders you now stand on. Those whose sacrifice made it possible for you to get this far. They have served their purpose. Now it's your turn. And when you have finished playing your part in this great human race, you will pass the baton on to the next generation of servant leaders. And so it goes. Congratulations, warriors.